Because he said, well, we can't put in because the stormwater, but it's stormwater. Otherwise, you will see that one little wall path. On that. So, all right, Laura's doors.
We're good. All right, welcome to the March 2025 Village of Fayetteville Planning Board. We have one item on the agenda. Like to hit us with what you're doing. We're excited to see this.
Okay. You, a month ago, we presented what we presented, so we pulled it back to what you have in front of you now.
Mhm.
So, we're retaining the roof line as is. And, we're gonna make the necessary repairs to the lighting underneath it without changing anything. So, basically, the upgrade will be all new glass framing, doors. The base is materials. I brought some samples here. So this is rather modern, updated, but we're retaining the original roof line, original signage as is. So we get kind of a blend of what existed and update it.
Okay, which stone is going where?
Well, these samples are all for this bottom stone. What we, Michael and I talked about is having an option. These are 3 stones. This is granite. I want to make it like light gray because the roof is black and it's painted white wood now. So this is a sample of granite. And he's got an option on there of doing like, tiles of granite, real stone, not synthetic stone. I think they have one that's a little thicker than this, but that's what I was available to get as a sample. And then this is a piece of quartzite, which will work very well on the outside as well. This is the most expensive of them all. But we're not looking at a lot of square feet, so it doesn't really matter. And I retained this from the last time. This is the color of the frame. We're thinking of doing it in silver. Silver framing.
It looks like there's call it a toe kick underneath. Is there a space beneath on the? I'm looking at that. Is the stone above and there's looks like a few inches below it?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know if any of these played into that.
Tile T1. Yeah, it looks like he's got something here as a base.
Yeah,
So does the change do anything at all to the store? Like, is it just a facade change or are there interior changes or anything?
No interior
Nothing
change.
at all.
No,
So it's just really, it's the entire front facade
Yeah.
other than the roof.
and he's got proposed tall doors
So the doors.
where the originals are 7-foot doors, where he's got these tall doors all the way instead of a little.
Scott, were you talking
window
about this?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I got a drawing.
I couldn't
here.
tell if that was
Looks like a different tile.
right. It references tile TJ. I don't know what that is, but it could also be referred to as.
What's your question? Maybe I can answer. it.
No, this, like,
The base?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
it looks like a different tile.
Is there something labeled TJ on this from him?
T1.
Or T1.
Or maybe it's T1.
So is it the shadow?
He's got it underlined in a different color. He's got like a black
T1.
underneath it.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think you need, I think it could go right to the sidewalk, the original. I think you can take the stone and put it right to the sidewalk.
Okay, I see what he's.
I don't think you need a base.
Well, depends.
Back in that
Trying to look on the. Oh, yeah. T dot one, I think it's a J. Olivia tile granite black. Solid.
So all of the entire way.
The wood's gonna go,
comes out,
yeah.
and so what is the construction then? It's,
Behind it,
yeah.
We don't
Well,
know.
What's gonna hold it up without stone and metal?
That's exactly.
masonry.
So now it'll be a masonry front building?
Yeah, it'll be one of these stones.
No, but I mean, what's holding up the stump? These are all veneers,
Right.
so there's something underneath it, the
We don't know,
structure.
we never ripped the wood off.
Well, I mean,
It's behind it,
no, I mean, if it's wood behind it.
yeah.
You had said originally there was a lot of rock, you'll just have to replace the structure.
Oh, yeah, underneath the overhang.
But the roof isn't rotted, it's just the overhang.
Right.
remaining.
Right. It's old.
I think that's what he originally wanted.
You need three. We need an upgrade. What's that?
Small tile base, feel on.
We're
Which,
so good.
But I think he's saying,
not really know.
he's saying he
So did he then go back and look at what we were talking about last time, where we were talking about, look, materials that are used in the area and the colors, textures,
Yeah.
did he do that?
Yeah,
So is he proposing then not a shape, that
he
sample for
sees a lot, he sees a lot of this, okay? He sees a lot of this being used,
Yeah.
tiles, okay?
here? in
Yeah.
Fayetteville?
Yeah,
Well,
The
Tile.
texture maybe.
not the material.
So like the, like say, take the granite, for example, with that high sheen,
yeah,
where else do we see that here? Usually what we see is a limestone or a granite that has like a, it's actually not a polished face. That's-
Yeah, rough texture.
Yeah,
Mhm.
is that what he's thinking? Like, this is just a color or? is
no,
this-
that high
He
sheen,
wants this polished?
yeah. Like this, maybe this a little bit too black, more like this.
And that's.
They're all natural stone, so. This is not, this is quartzite, this is natural stone, so depending on the slab they have, it might be more white, it might be more
Yeah,
gray, it
they
might be more black.
The church.
Oh, right.
But it'll just be like a light gray slab.
So would he consider a sandblasted texture, not a high sheen?
Or they
Or
even have
looks
that
more
leather,
natural, Or leather. yeah.
finish.
Can be leather,
Yeah.
which is just
Cause I
nothing more
think the
than,
high sheen on that bill, that's why I'm asking the question of the, if it's a wood frame building with wood roof, like. Does it really go, right? That's what, if you did this in a different finish, so it looks more like limestone.
when you see it
How
against,
big are these? How tall?
when
are
you
these?
see it against the new glass, the new framing, it'll look nice and polished. That's fine.
So these are like, I'm just wondering how it's all attached, but I guess when you take it off the inside, since you don't know what's under there. This has got to be set into something attached to it. It's just a veneer and it's heavy.
And if there's a space of some sort under that. It's not going to be sitting on. It's gotta be more.
Why he put stone on the bottom? Because it's a vertical face.
It looks like.
I think he did that because he doesn't know what's
Okay.
behind it. Here's the original. So if you wanna see what the
But he doesn't
comparison,
know.
Side cut.
see the short doors,
Yes,
this and then you got a tall door.
right.
That's essentially the
Same
difference.
here.
That's essentially the
So really,
difference.
it's. So these were options we had originally.
Yeah, those are all our options.
It's the only place I see that is really just the church, but I mean, it is
What do you mean?
the whole front.
What do you see why?
Granite.
Those are, that's a limestone building, but those are all limestone, cut pieces of limestone, Onondaga limestone.
Okay,
So which one are you proposing that you want to use?
Well, it would have to be what kind of, this is too dark to my eyes. I like it just lighter. I like light gray. I think this is a little too black. I want it to be more like this, but when we go to find it, if he's got one that's more white, this is nice, or if not, this is quartzite. Does it matter?
You don't like this at all?
Yeah, you have to tell
All right.
I mean, I like this because of the finishes.
Yeah, I mean, if it looks like
Right.
marble though, like, cause it's white, like the gray, if you're trying to go with the texture. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's not as durable on the exterior, according to Nick. Nick
Is-
likes those, he
Is
likes
that
those.
marble? What is that?
Probably granite.
No, these are granite.
says that, that's what it says in back.
Yeah, it's stone.
It's stone.
Oh,
Well, then.
Oh, well, it was.
It's
stone.
stacked stone.
I mean, like this is what we're talking about, like trying to get more.
Right, something with a rough finish, not
Mhm.
shiny. It's because you do
Like a-
still have this roof
That was
line here.
darker. What else?
Stacked stone. I think that's it. Very multi-finish. You know, cause they do vary a lot, like there could be on the next piece, there could be a lot of these or a few of these, that's how it goes.
I do not feel strongly about either one of these, but I see your
This is
point
more
about.
modulated, like you're saying, and you know, there's texture, the
Mhm.
roof is very textured.
Yeah.
So that's the.
Well, that's just
If
it,
you
yeah.
look at these options, he drew. Oh, these two. Same thing. So you haven't really gone and picked your exact sample, this is just, you're just having us look at what the options are, like you have to pick what you like and tell us.
Like if I had to pick one, I would pick this.
He was also trying to keep his options open based on what you were endorsing.
I appreciate that.
Texture, this one comes in a quartet, I'm assuming they can. But this feels more like. It feels, it's a contemporary version of what we have here. But I think it's gonna look, there's only one gray out of the whole thing, it's gonna be white, but you wanted it whiter, you said.
Go on later, yeah.
Thoughts?
It's like downtown, you'd see like granite,
Mhm.
or shining granite on the faces of things, but out here you wouldn't. Trying to think of all the different. Storefronts that are going on.
Yeah, which is why I like the Bix.
Right,
Yeah, I was just going up and down the street trying to find something that,
brick or limestone.
yeah.
Village center, village center. Do they make a limestone option? In smaller modules like panels like this, did you notice, or?
In limestone,
Yeah.
why you object to marble?
Well, like you said, I wonder how it's gonna hold up outside. I mean, it's under the overhang, but where the salt hits it at the base. None of these stones love salt.
The slabs will hold up the best.
This would,
Those will hold up the best. Easy to clean, easy to maintain. It'll look good for the next 100 years.
it's tough, it's just there's no other example of that. I can think of with a solid stone front. It's not, it's polished.
What are these? Are these gonna be?
That's the aluminum frame. That
Oh, this
is.
is gonna be the.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's that.
No, get it from a distance.
Yeah.
It's a little like that.
Trying to, like, I mean, I don't dislike it. I'm not opposed to it.
I still like it.
Colors that complement the limestone in the area without necessarily having to replicate. the
Exactly.
same thing.
I'm
Exactly.
blending between the historic nature of the building in the village and the modern use.
You go with this would look more natural with a different finish. Cause it has natural variations, and it's like the stone. It would look just like this.
Well, you're right.
Oh,
So this is really the look.
So it has, if it has the type, a texture and finish, not shiny.
Right. It would look like that, which is more like the limestone.
I mean, to be
This
fair,
is, looks
no
like
matter
it's
what, it's
marble,
going to
which
be
we have
different.
no marble anywhere here. So if it's a slab, I think it can't be polished, it would have to be, they have so many different finishes now,
Yeah.
whether it's sandblasted. There's all different ones. You can see this takes on a character more. This to me, I think is gonna look.
So what you're saying is you never want this town to be modern. You want it to be stuck in a time period without moving forward into the future.
No, I think you. are
Like,
making
that's
it-
what was already done. We're doing something it's only 18 inches of a polished piece of granite. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we did that to every single building here.
No one's ever gonna pay for it. There's not gonna be another one.
No, I'm saying if we allowed every single building, like this is our law, right? We have to abide by it. We had every single building be different, would it be the same Fayetteville that people know? The buildings wouldn't be here. Like there's a lot of small communities, smaller than ours, that have intact villages and towns because people want them to be intact and they want to live there. But if it wants to be suburban, you know, you just go down to the bottom of the hill and you'd find all this on those buildings down there. In the town center, that's the difference, we're trying to, as a board, as a community, as a village, planning board, zoning board. And village board, we're trying to maintain the character that it has, it doesn't mean it can't be new, you're making it look much more modern. Just by the doors, just by the color of the storefront. But the idea is not to make every building the same, but make it look like. Even like where it is right now, I don't love the way it looks, but that's where it is. You know, this village did go, it's not historic. It went through a lot of different changes. Look at the plaza across the street. That was like its second generation when it was more contemporary then. Your building was different then. It was a structure that was a house.
Well, if you look at
But it's just,
if you look at what's allowed next door in the new plaza, I think he's got it. It's very modern, very up to date.
it is, because we chose to push in that direction because that structure could do it. But we still are looking at the materials. They have to be a wood tone. They have to be the brick. He's tried to use a stone like this. He proposed it last month. We said no, because this has a character that is new and we want it to be modern and we want it to be contemporary for today, but not standing out from the rest. So we're trying to find, there's so many materials now that you can find things that are new, modern, more durable, but still give a little bit of the character of the place, a sense of place. We don't want it to look different. So it's hard to describe, but I think subliminally, everybody who comes here knows it, right? The buildings are the original buildings. When you build a building like this, which is very different than it was originally, but it still goes with what was here. You'd almost expect this building was here with the addition. So I know it's hard to.
So
figure out,
all we
but-
have is we have white painted wood right now on it.
Which is part of the character of the village center. It's brick, wood, limestone. So what we're trying to do is find a material, work with you to say, okay, you want more of a monolithic slab. How do we do that? Give it a new, fresh look, but still make it feel like it's part of what's across the street with the limestone wall and over here with the brick. And the church with the limestone, you know, trying to make it fit in. I know you want it to stand out.
No.
Because, you know, you're selling.
And
things.
it's got plants in front of it too, so it's not like you see
No,
the
I
whole
know.
thing. It's got plants in front of it. Then it's got tall grasses in front of it. You can't even see it. Really. It'll just look nice. It'll just be nice and fresh and clean and new. You know, my choice of stone is like as close to white as possible. I asked Nick, I said, Nick, give me the lightest grays, give me the lightest granite you can do. He's like, these are all gonna be natural, so they're gonna be like, you're gonna have to pick some slabs out of what's available. And I want it to be as white as possible, as light and gray as possible. Then you got a nice black roof, you got glass, and you got nice white on the bottom. It just looks nice.
All I'm saying is the sheen on it, the polish doesn't fit. So I could see this with a different finish where it has a texture. It's gonna feel heavy like stone at the.
Yeah, they
base.
call it leathering, I think.
There's one that's a leather that has a little bit of sheen, but there's 3 or 4 of them. You have to talk to them about, you know, what's possible. So each of these, what I think I
You got a
see
shinier one too.
is, so this one is clear all butt joint, small panels, kind of like the way you have now, and you'll cut them out of the slab. So you can get the color you want as much as possible out of one slab. So what are I guess what I'm trying to figure out though is what are they contained by? Is this all metal? The verticals,
Yeah, aluminum.
it's an aluminum storefront.
Yeah.
And it's wide. And it's wide on each side of. the
Is
door.
black better? Black framing better? I go with black frame too versus
I
silver.
think the black would be nice because it would be sharp.
I like black too. He picked silver. I thought we were talking about black. I like black.
I think the dark, either bronze or black is sharper for your building.
Yeah, black, matte black.
Mhm.
Matte black would be awesome.
I think Matt.
Matte black what?
Would be awesome.
Yeah, I like matte black. I would do matte black.
Cause I think it would just look better with the roof, cause that's
So
a
the
pretty
roof is
big
black.
mullion.
The roof is black. Then you do black framing and light gray on the bottom. It'd be beautiful. I mean, I can come up with a different slab.
I don't think you need to, I think you just need to have the right texture, and does everybody like the grays and the white, cause
Light
it's gonna
gray.
look like this. You'll see once in a while a dark spot, but they're mainly gonna, which would be nice with the trim being black on the metal. You know, they're gonna be vertically set. So they probably have seams like the building I'm in downtown has this across the front. The Hills building has panel set into the limestone front.
We can make it non-shiny.
But-
I'm good with that. Non-shiny is good for me.
I think it's more for living too, you know, we get a patina.
Less like a tombstone.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what it's called, is leathering.
They call it leathering, yeah.
or.
Well, that's one of
There's sandblast.
Well, he's got a sample on the wall. Like if you go to Roma Tile, you got a sample, he's got the same sample and starts at the bottom. It's very high shine. And then it goes to like this shine. Then he said it goes to like, he called this leathering, which is just textured. No shine. Call it matte.
Motion Accordingly. Unpolished.
I like the idea of a slab. I think a slab would be nice. I mean, we'll go shopping and we'll get a sample of what's available. I mean, I could bring it back. If you say, okay, let's make it a slab.
This is probably, well, it depends on what you can find, right, cause the dimensions are long. So that's why he's got them broken into 2s and 3s. But you'll be able to see, you just got these joints in between.
Mhm.
But Silver Cloud, I think he usually has this in stock. I've seen this one a lot, but they vary, so you'll be able to pick the slab you want.
And you won't really,
You object to this one?
you wouldn't
This is
notice.
actually the most expensive one of the bunch.
To me, that looks like marble and I just don't see it anywhere. Here, not even on floors. We're at 4 Canal Town.
Well, I'm gonna search for one that's most closest to
You know,
white,
To make them
like ice, like think of like ice gray. But he said marble, Nick said marble won't stand up to the weather, it'll turn yellow. Won't look nice.
then.
I
Well,
said,
like
Nick,
you said about
I'll
the
be dead in
salt.
3 years, so if it lasts 3 years, I'm good.
Are you good with that? Unpolished, call it?
Yeah, I think it would work. With the dark.
Unpolished light gray granite slab. Is
Okay,
that what you're?
Does that work for you? That unpolished?
Yeah.
Silver Cloud,
silver cloud, light gray, ice gray,
comments?
I like
like
it.
you won't see it, like I'm gonna try to get not black in there, like more like as much of that as possible.
I think the only problem was that it was shiny,
Well,
We're gonna make it not shiny,
but I love it. And this is gonna look great with the black,
Yeah.
matte black.
with black framing.
Exactly.
Alright, so change it to black framing, we'll make black
Okay.
framing,
Matte.
we'll
black,
use this with a matte finish,
Matte black
and that's it.
framing.
I don't know, what do you guys think of these tall doors? I mean, Wozniak, Mike drew those, I'm like, I don't know, do you really need those?
Probably expensive.
They're wicked
They look
expensive.
expensive to me.
uh,
I don't think you need it. I
was
think
gonna say the
they're-
bigger
I know you like them, he loves those, he thinks they're like the greatest thing in the world,
Well, I
these
think
tall
if
doors.
I think if they're, you know, because you're not changing the roof, it kind of fights a little bit with that.
What's that?
Because we're not changing the roof line.
Right,
It fights a little bit with it. I don't mind the transom windows.
it just
over
gives it vertical, it's nice, you said it makes it cleaner, you have less things to break it up, just a nice tall door.
It's up to
Do you
you.
like them?
Do I like it? I don't know, I never had a tall door,
It's a
it's new to me.
looking door.
Is it okay that?
Is there
think it's-
room
it's
with
that-
the,
That
with the
usable
roof?
space.
line?
Yeah.
There is room?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And they, the way they're made is like they open really, I says, is it heavy? He goes, no, it's made with,
I usually like.
however they make it with its bearings and the way it's weighted, it's still super easy to open. It's just more contemporary, it's modern, very regal, tall doors.
Yeah, no.
Place and there's 3 feet of snow
Huh?
outside.
It's a subtle nod that we like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
up to
know.
you, you know, as long as.
I mean, pending availability and stuff, but I think it's kind of cool.
Scratch it up.
I can live with it either way.
The door handle gonna match the trim? Or is it gonna be silver?
No, I'm gonna assume it's gonna match.
That would match. You think
Yeah,
that
matte
Black
flash.
handle, black frame.
because the frame will be dark.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably, hopefully. wouldn't do that. So all metals to match.
So like. Light gray, black glass. Black roof, gold sign. Cool, looks good.
What would you consider though?
Your
then?
signage isn't changing and the blade sign is staying.
Correct, no, not change, no change.
Okay, so my notes say aluminum to black framing, all metals to match, same color, granite unpolished, leathered look, silver cloud, matte finish.
Silver what?
Silver cloud, so it
So,
says,
so, yeah, this color.
That was the name.
Yeah, just call it like ice gray or light gray or. A silver cloud is good, same.
So I have a question. The door, you know, I mentioned to you, the door goes all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And my only question is, you know, we get a lot of snow, the snow.
Well, I'm the only one that keeps the sidewalk perfect, by the way.
So I was wondering, like, you know, as long as.
By the way, have you walked up the sidewalks in Fayetteville?
Oh,
Ever?
yeah.
There's only one that's clean.
That's why I drove.
FYI, if you wanna hand out violations of shoveling, the guy goes with his little plow, but
I know.
I try
It
to walk my
doesn't
dog,
scrape
there's no one,
down,
it doesn't,
yeah.
doesn't clean it.
Oh,
No one cleans the
I-
sidewalk.
All right, so.
I
Are you good?
appreciate it. So, hey,
okay,
hey, hang on.
John,
thoughts?
I'm good.
John,
You're
no
good?
thoughts?
No, my question is about the bottom of it, you know, the same question here, like, you know, if you were considering, I'm not sure if you were considering or if you wanna stick with the big doors.
Yeah,
But if you were considering doing a transom above, would you consider doing something where you have it right now where it doesn't go all the way to the bottom?
no, cause it goes to the bottom now.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Does
You
it?
gotta go
Yeah.
to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, don't forget, it's got an overhang there. There's never anything in front of it.
Okay, never mind then.
Never, not a worry.
Yeah, both of them do it now.
Not a worry, my friend.
Thoughts?
No, I'm good. I like to change it.
All right,
Snow, ice, water is never an issue.
I think we're ready for a motion. I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve the plans as presented with the following changes. Aluminum to black framing, all metals including door handles, hinges, etc. to match
Black.
that black. And then the stone material, granite, silver cloud with an unpolished, i.e. leathered finish. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh,
You get to vote.
Opposed?
no opposing.
You're paying for it, you get to oppose it.
No opposing. I oppose. I don't like my idea.
After all that,
Thank
be
you.
better.
I'm excited to see this.
Thank you.
I think it'll be beautiful.
Thank you, it will be.
The Dumas family has been a big supporter of yours.
I'm sorry?
The Dumas family has been a big supporter of yours.
Appreciate it. Money well spent.
I have a.
And I'm sticking them outside of the closet, but.
Why London?
You did?
On the,
You got out?
So it's no less.
I didn't like
That's-
some
that's-
Sidewalk clear. Like got your sidewalks.
I don't like the.
On what?
I don't like
Are your
the-
sidewalks
I
clear?
want
Don't want to read.
That's why I didn't use that, because-
That's okay.
It was melting down today. This morning when I
And
walked
he's
out.
like, "Oh, your birthday, you get to take 11,000 this year." I'm like, stop.
Versus Chinese.
Thank you very much for sharing that with the people on the call.
That's not, that's not.
I saw your email. I saw the email.
Okay.
You tell.
Is that on my calendar?
You're talking
Got it.
Karen.
Ignore. chicken scratch there.
Where needs to go next? Swim Brothers.
Good.
Oh, yeah, but I'll talk to you tomorrow. I think I've got everything. If you need to come back tomorrow, with any of that.
Like I don't trust.
No, I have the picture. I don't need any of that right now. The next thing is, you've got your drawings finalized. It's your building.
At least for the.
Oh, these are divisions.
The money from the county, like, when do-
I was gonna say, wait a minute, I didn't get an email.
I want to talk about the
It's
giant
all
windows.
contingent on when you,
That's been
I don't know what the time, I think you have some time, but you've got to show progress and then you have to send your data points.
Yes,
Then we can get, reimbursement.
Okay.
I guess it's more intended.
So you get 6 months? Like,
I
summer
think-
thing or,
Obviously, it's sooner the better. I don't know what the specific end.
The car wash.
Well, it's fine.
They build it in the middle of the
Was
winter.
that maybe on Fanston going?
I am blown
They
away.
complain about costs and they blew through winter conditions budget like it's for shit.
good, I can go.
You're pouring concrete in the middle of winter.
Springtime is the perfect time for those first few washes, all the salt. They are like, that
No,
thing is
they're-
gonna be 24/7.
They're getting, they wanna be ready to go.
Yeah.
Come spring. Cause they are, I think they're gonna,
What, they have a
as soon as it warms up, I think they're gonna put the asphalt down. Cause they're pretty much ready to go.
And they may be back at the next meeting to sign it.
Uh-oh.
A piece of,
Remember, there was a discussion about how many signs are there, what are they called and all of that, so.
Wait, I
Not
thought we
digging into
did
the
that.
notes.
That's why they're rethinking.
Okay, so let me just ask one question on the door. If it had, if it's made with a contrasting handle, is that a problem? Like if it's black with an anthracite handle or black with a silver handle, the way they do it,
You can order it when he orders the package.
black on black, probably black on black's best, huh?
It would be nice,
Yeah.
because I think you'll look right through
Probably
it
not
to
more
the
subtle.
store.
I'm assuming that's the way it
Because
is.
you don't wanna notice the handle, you wanna notice what's
Everyone's
inside the
behind
store,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. That is a little piece of pipe of a handle, okay. You don't need this anymore, we're good,
Thank you.
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to do business with you.
All right, minutes.
So I didn't like.
Okay, so the final slab of this is, they're gonna vary. He said they, obviously it's a natural stone, so it's going to vary. Do you need to see the final sample?
No.
Good.
Not the
You're
big
good.
stone.
No, they recognize it's
Take the
very,
truck
they're all
on
set.
nice.
Okay, good.
We could go out to the park. No problem.
I do love walking
I
through those
do
kind of
too.
places, seeing
I do too.
all the genuine now.
So interesting.
All right, minutes.
So
Did
basically,
everybody
I went
see
through
the
those.
minutes?
Seen you, sir.
Edits,
Thanks,
edits?
he, if you read it, in the Honda one.
Okay, good night.
he said that he
Good night.
would Email us,
Thanks,
he would
Bob.
email
You're welcome.
Karen.
Nice to meet you. Have a good night.
The response, he did not, and he didn't email it to me directly, so. Instead, I mean, she could either call him, or I thought we could just put it in the notes and he can update the drawing and send it. In your resolution, because you did point it out, you just weren't detailed. So I tried to just be detailed, and then for these two applications. His and the other, and the other one across the street, all I did was, because like, it's called village center is the character area in the guideline, I just changed the language to that.
Okay.
Instead of historical, because there is. Like there is a sign here that says historical
Yes.
district.
Yes.
It's not up here, this is village center, it's down there,
It all it says is the. top
Wait, where
filter.
does it end then?
yeah.
It doesn't even say
But
village
up
center.
here.
I don't know
Right,
how
but
it's like.
ends.
But in our guideline, village center, they show the character.
Next street over starts,
And that's up here.
you're talking about the historic district or?
Where? I thought
The
it
bottom
was
of the
here.
hill.
Yeah.
You start right here and you go to the
Genesee,
bottom of the hill.
Bottom of the hill down to like.
It's down after
Between
the gym, right?
Academy and
It's,
Limestone,
it is the, yeah, it is,
from Academy to Limestone.
Right.
Oh.
yeah.
So, they had. to
You
be
and I are